Disclaimer: the content of this podcast is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Users should not disregard or delay in obtaining medical advice for any medical condition they may have, and should seek the assistance of their healthcare professionals for any such conditions. And now...
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ben and Amy on The Heavy Truth.
Welcome in.
Hi, welcome back. Welcome in.
I'm Amy.
I'm Ben. And we're The Heavy Truth podcast.
We're The Heavy Truth.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. What's new and exciting?
Well, as you had a call out last time, you're telling me, or telling our listeners that I was going back to school. So I've started that.
Awesome. That's exciting. Isn't it? Isn't school great?
School is great.
Yeah.
I love learning. I'll be honest. I love learning.
Okay.
I don't like all the work that's involved with it.
Right. I don't need the group project. I don't need to talk to my peers. Just let me write the paper.
Yeah,
let me write them.
Yeah. And it's all the busy work. There's so much busy work. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're doing it. So
Good.
that's what we're doing.
That's
Mm-hmm.
wow. And your kids are all in college as well. So are you all just studying together and
we're all just, studying together.
burning the late night oil and
Yeah, now we just have to get manager Mike on board. Maybe he could do some more schooling.
is he going to go back to school? No.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
He keeps saying no. He says it's a pass.
Oh, never say never.
Yeah, I know.
Amy said the same thing about her doctorate. Look where she is now.
If the two of us were in school together, this house would literally fall apart.
Well, I mean, you think that's true?
I mean, there's some truth to it. I'm a realist. I get it completely.
I know. Chris said after my degree was completed, my doctorate, he was like, "You done with school?" I was like, "Don't tell me what to do. Maybe I'm not."
Right.
I mean, not at the highest level of nursing, yes. But who knows? Maybe I need a degree in... I don't know.
I mean, you already have like 5 degrees.
That's true. But I mean, why not 6? Make an even number.
Like you kind of wonder, is there some like mental thing behind that? Like, let me continue to get more.
Call me mental.
More degrees. Like you have.
No, it's a career change.
So many.
Let me correct that.
Can you just tell our listeners again all of your degrees? Because it's kind of impressive, actually.
I have multiple bachelors and multiple masters. Bachelors. In biology and chemistry with a minor in history and pre-med emphasis, a bachelor's degree in architecture and urban planning when I was an architect, a bachelor's degree in nursing, and then the master's in architecture and urban planning when I was working as an architect. And then the master's in family nurse practitioner and the doctorate now in nursing practice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's quite the resume. It's impressive.
Yeah. And yes, I did work as an architect for many years and things like that before I changed my career to nursing and went on to school to be a nurse and nurse practitioner. And then now still nurse practitioner, but with a doctorate.
And you don't regret your decision?
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nope. I love what I do. No regrets. You can't regret what's happened, right? I have all the degrees.
No, but people say if you were to do it all over again, like
the road would look a little bit different.
Yeah.
But but I don't regret it.
Right. Right.
Amy, run us through yours.
Yeah.
So my degree, I initially it started with just an associate's degree in science.
Okay.
And I was not the best student initially in high school, but that comes from undiagnosed ADD and maybe a touch of dyslexia.
Mm-hmm.
So it came a little bit harder for me, but then I was all set to go to be a teacher because, I didn't want to be admitted into nursing school on a what do you call it?
Probation, contingency.
Yep, because my grades weren't good enough. So I'm like, no, you know what? I'm just going to be a teacher. So,
so you could be a teacher because your grades aren't good enough.
Yeah. So, because there was no like probationary period.
Right.
So I was all set to go to that, to a school in Lake Forest. And then all of a sudden I get into this nursing program in the city, Chicago. And here I am, I'm starting education. And now I've got this nursing thing. So I remember specifically my dad saying, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, well, what have you always wanted to do? I'm like, be
Very
nurse.
rich.
Well, that's true. So nursing is definitely not the area I should have went into for that. But he's like, so that's what you're going to do. So I commuted down to the city, and then I got my diploma in nursing when there was still
back
diploma
when they were
nursing.
doing the diploma programs.
I don't know if they still have any of those
there
anymore.
are a few, but I think they're few and far between.
Yeah. So with that,
like you and Florence Nightingale.
Right, I know. Yeah. But I don't regret that either, because I had a very strong clinical background, because we did a lot more clinical than other programs. And then graduated from that. Within 8 months, I was back from my BSN, and I did that and got my BSN in nursing. And then in 2016, I went back for my master's for a nurse practitioner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's mine.
And now your doctorate.
Doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, that's it.
Awesome.
It'll be. Thanks, Mike. But I do not regret my choice, my journey. I love doing what I do every day. So we get to talk with people about, body changes.
Yeah,
and
real stuff.
Real stuff. What are we talking about today, Ben?
So I was scrolling through the internet, doing something, I forgot. And patients have come in to ask me about things like that too, about this topic. And then I saw the headline that I was Ozempic Face.
Oh boy. Oh, there
I
you
don't
got
think
to use it.
I don't think that it's a good. I don't think Ozempic Face was a good thing when I was reading this. So, have you heard about that Ozempic Face?
Oh yes. I mean, it's all over TikTok, social media. People even come in saying, "I want to lose weight, but I don't want to have Ozempic face."
Look at your face before you worry about that Ozempic face. Oh, sorry. That should have been my inside voice.
But there's memes and everything about it. But, truly it's about people looking gaunt or hollow after using weight loss medications like Ozempic. Now, let's clarify, because I always get so irritated. Ozempic is used very interchangeably with all of our GLP-1s, just like Botox is with all the other, neurotoxins out there too. But Ozempic is a GLP-1.
Yes, Ozempic is a GLP-1, and it is predominantly when patients are on Ozempic by their primary care providers, it's usually because they are type 2 diabetics, right? It is for diabetes. Now, the molecule, right, semaglutide, yes, that is Ozempic, but on the weight loss side, it is Wegovy, made by Novo Nordisk. And that's one of the GLP-1s. So it's very... Not saying that if you're on Wegovy, you won't get what they call Ozempic face, but I haven't seen anybody running around saying I've got Wegovy face, even though it's the same medication. Right. Just dosed differently and for different indications.
Yeah. So it's not a medical diagnosis, but just a popular term.
Yeah, it's a popular term. Like you said.
Having facial changes because
hollowed
of
cheeks.
Rapid weight loss.
Rapid weight loss, sunken temples, right? The visible lines, sagging in the jaw and neck. So it's not brought on because you didn't take a shot of Ozempic or Wegovy and your face looks like this. It's from the rapid weight loss, right?
Right.
And I ask you that all the time, right? Because I've had weight loss and I'm always like, do I have Ozempic face?
Right. No, you don't. But we do see it. Like I do see it sometimes in some of my patients. Just that I don't call it that, of course, but it's more or less.
So that's not in your chart. Patient has Ozempic face.
No, that's not in my chart. No.
And it makes people look, older, right? But that's, even before all the GLP-1s, didn't you ever notice people who you knew that were overweight or something, and they had the more fuller face, and then as they lost weight, their face, he's like, oh, they looked older now or something like that. But at the same time, they are older, right? And so it's the fat loss that made that It's not the medication. They labeled that look Ozempic face because everybody having that rapid weight loss. Now, you can get that same weight loss with bariatric surgery. No one's calling it bariatric surgery face.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Or just weight loss in general without
Right.
any meds, right? But I mean, and even with age, you're going to lose fat pads in your face, So with age, you can look that way, but then of course with weight loss, it kind of, speeds it along more so.
Yeah. But what's the science behind it, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a subcutaneous fat that we have that cushions the underlayer of the skin. It just thins out. So then it just shows more in your face. First thing we see.
Yeah, and the connective tissues don't always tighten, at the same speed with the loss of the fat, the underlying fat, right? So the volume of the fat drops fast. And then you see that loose skin or sagging skin around the cheeks and the jowls.
Mm-hmm. That's when fillers and toxins come in.
Oh yeah, I want to get some fillers and some Botox, and that's just the vain gay man in me who wants that. But of course, my husband thinks that when I always say, "Oh, I want to get fillers," I just mean around the little lines of my face. I'm not going to come back with it looks like someone punched me in the mouth and I have these lips like that, right? They're so big that I can't close them. No offense to those of you that are listening that have lip fillers. I'm just telling you, my husband thinks when I say filler, he thinks I'm going to come back with, new lips.
So a funny story with that. Were you going to say something, Mike? No? I'm sure you will.
Mike, you want to get lips done?
No, I'm like, you have great lips, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you. But I need some little filler, not in the lips.
Get a room.
Oh.
Later.
Don't be jelly. Don't be jealous of my possibly new lips, which I'm not having.
So I had gone to an event where I had some filler done.
You had filler done.
Yes.
Oh, no. I'm saying you had
this.
it done. Not that you went and learned to do fillers, which you do know how to do Botox and things like that.
Right.
Okay.
So I went to an event, same company that I worked for.
Do they have another one of those coming soon?
No, they have recently
Shut down.
cut out the ones coming to our area. So anyway, so I had brought Mike with. And
Did Mike get fillers?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Well, this is a different time. So he had some Botox at one point. But this was a filler event. So we were going to go out afterwards, and I'm all for letting people practice on me. I was like that in nursing school. I was like that as a nurse. Sure, you want to take my blood? You want to do an IV? Mm-hmm. You want to inject my face with something for free? Sure, go right ahead.
Check your prostate.
For free?
I mean, I've done that too, but
me too.
Yeah, but
for free.
So I'm at this event, and Mike's at the bar. He's waiting for me, and he's made friends with everyone at the bar. It's a hotel bar, mind you. Okay, hotel bar, and I was in there longer than
producer Mike makes friends easily.
Yeah, very easily. So I was in there for quite some time. So he's a couple whiskeys in at this point, and I come out of the event. And
who the hell is that with those lips that big now?
But I didn't have lips done. It was just kind of face. It was like filler for just lift. And it actually it helped.
So you sat down next to him and he was like, my wife is in the other room getting filler.
He just looked at me with this face like, oh, wow. Oh. And I mean, I was just like, it's fine.
Kind of like they looked at when Frankenstein first sat up.
He's like, oh, that's all I kept saying is, oh. And then after the fact, he goes, Amy, I was mortified. He goes, you looked not good.
Not good?
I don't know. You said not
Explain
good.
Explain now, producer Mike.
It just looked...
It was swollen.
If she called 911 and the police showed up, I would have been arrested.
Oh. She would look, I wasn't But
bruised.
it had to settle.
It had to settle. And really what it was is collagen building. So it was like a filler that helped a little bit with filling, but it also over time. It
seemed like it helped a lot of bit with that filling at that exact moment.
Yes, at that time. But anyway, so that's just kind of a funny story. So he was not super excited about that. So if you do get filler, just know that it takes a little time to calm down. That's it. So if your lips, Ben, are super big.
I'm not doing lips.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
No. No. Nope. No.
Well, I think it's not for everybody, but at the same time.
What was your key takeaway from that, Amy?
That I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Producer Mike, was that your key takeaway from that moment when you saw her as well? Or not to say, oh, wow, there's that.
It was a learning experience, I'd say. It's fine. Yeah, it was good.
It's fine. And I'm just as beautiful as ever. You'd never know that I'm 40.
You'd never know you were 40 because you haven't been 40 for over 10 years. That's why no one ever knew you were 40. But anyway, so patients. So what are people doing about, this Ozempic face? What are they doing? What do we tell them to do about it?
Well, I mean,
what should producer Mike have told you that night at the bar and not, wow.
I mean, maybe I should give him a little bit of a heads up that maybe I'd be a little swollen coming out of there, but at the same, right? Okay. So, but truly not everybody who loses weight is going to have sagging skin. Like it all depends on your genetics, whether or not you're going to completely sag or your skin's going to bounce back to normal, because it is very elastic, like a rubber band. Yeah. Either it's going to completely stretch out and just be that lazy rubber band, or it's going to go snap right back. Right.
And
with your face.
And even in myself, right, with all the weight loss that I've had, I had already known it's not the weight, the skin's not going to go back to what it was prior to everything, right? There's going to be some elasticity stretch, but there are things that we do to promote the skin, to be better and try to, go back to normal, or, right? Hydration is a big thing, right? I always have to hydrate, right? Strength training, like you've talked about in the past, Amy, right? Because muscle wasting and all of that. Protein intake to protect that muscle loss, right?
Yep. Collagen. Do you ever tell people collagen?
I do.
Do you feel as though it makes a difference?
I do think it makes a difference. And it also makes a difference, I think, with people with rapid weight loss. The collagen, that protein intake also makes a difference with wound healing, even post-surgery, and hair loss.
Yeah.
Which one do you guys recommend? Do you recommend like the one that you guys, like you see it at Costco, right? Did that one?
Collagen?
The one that your hairdresser does?
Yeah. I'm not sure which one that is, but I do recommend collagen, probably not as much as maybe I should. And, because again, there's not so many studies they don't study supplements, right?
Right.
So it's all based off of what I've seen personally, or my patients are
exactly.
right, or whatnot. Right. But I do see that for hair loss, again, there's no financial benefit from this.
Let's disclose this. They are not a sponsor. We are not getting any monetary gains from any of this. These are just our own.
But if they want to
sponsor us, and
Nutrafol is one that I always recommend.
Yes, and I recommend Gen Pro.
Oh yeah, for the protein.
For the protein.
Yeah. So a lot of times with those supplements too, they take time to start working. So
yes, they do take time. Several months.
Yes, you can't just take it for a month and say, oh, it doesn't work. No, you have to be months. And I know, like even for me, like I come from a long history of very thin hair, unfortunately. So I do take Nutrafol, and I notice when I stop taking it, the shedding gets worse. Right. So I know personally, that. Now it hasn't given me these huge locks, but I do notice that shedding is less.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's true. Again, a lot of these aesthetic options that we've talked about, like fillers and fat grafting and things like that, right? Even for the surgeries to have any excess skin removal, we want people to be at a stable weight, right?
Yes.
Because you don't want to do these treatments and then continue to lose weight, because then you're going to have that continue all over again, right?
Yeah, many plastic surgeons want you to be at a stable weight for at least 6 months to a year. Isn't that true?
Yeah. I know when I had my, and I've always been very upfront so people know, I had my skin removal surgery. And it's funny because my friends, and again, no, I am not trying to be disrespectful, but my friends have called it fatsoplasty. which was my skin removal surgery. They refer it to that still. My surgeon, who was amazing. My weight had to be stable for I think it was 6 months when I had it. Mm-hmm. Because again,
your results are amazing.
Thank you.
I've seen your shirt off many a times. It looks great.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Your breast lift on point.
Actually, it's funny you say that. I want to have that for the gynecomastia or whatever, that lift, but not right now. Soon. There's a lifting restriction, and I don't think and currently I'm not sure I should be on a lifting restriction. But anyway, hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. Then you can. Why? One of the main things was successful after my surgery are two things. Mm-hmm. I wore compression garments, which held everything in place while it was healing. And I made sure I kept my protein levels high to promote surgical wound healing. So my surgeon actually said to me at my 2-week checkup after surgery, now I had been drinking some high protein shakes twice a day or something for like 2 weeks prior to surgery and kept going. All my incisions were completely closed 2 weeks post-surgery. Mm-hmm. So I think that's very important to follow what the surgeon says, but maintain good hydration, sunscreen, the collagen we've talked about, all of that, right? Because Ozempic Face is a thing, but not because of Ozempic itself. It's because of the rapid weight loss. Mm-hmm. And not in everybody.
So, I'm just not going to let you skate over something that you
what
just
am I
kind of
skating
skated
over?
over. You said something about a lifting restriction. What do we have
a
going
weightlifting
on?
restriction? Mm-hmm.
So is there something you need to tell us?
Well, during these surgeries, right, they always don't want you to lift more than like 10 pounds or something like that because you fear opening these incisions. So that's what a lifting restriction is.
Okay, well, what are you lifting that's 10 pounds? Is there something you need to tell us?
Baskets of laundry, groceries, things like that.
Ben is withholding information from us. Heavy Truth listeners.
You can't see that in my Ozempic face.
Is there something exciting you'd like to tell us?
Yeah, so one of the main lifting restrictions that I will not be able to, one of the reasons I cannot have a lifting restriction is because in about 2.5 weeks, my husband and I will be welcoming our first child. We are 36 weeks pregnant, over 36 weeks pregnant. Not we. Of course, being a same-sex couple, I'm barely showing.
I was going to say.
But I'm definitely going to ask for a mommy makeover. We have a surrogate, and we are expecting a daughter. And so she will join us in about 2.5 weeks-ish because we have a scheduled induction and blah, blah, blah. So obviously I shouldn't be on a lifting restriction because I won't be able to pick her up.
It's been very difficult keeping that secret for all this time. Mm-hmm. So we are so excited for you.
Thank you. Amy and producer Mike are the godparents of our daughter when she arrives.
Which is an honor.
So we're thankful for
Absolutely.
that as well.
So as much as you and I pick on one another, there's definitely there's a little bit of love back and forth. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I know that I won't look as crazy as you if I get fillers. So that's always a point.
That is a huge bonus.
Yeah, there you go. So, but yes, so that's one of the reasons why I can't be on should not be on a lifting restriction because then I can't pick up or change the baby. But again, one of my patients said to me, but there's your out with having to do anything with the baby. And then part of me was like, that's a good idea until my husband and I went to one of those bringing baby home classes. And I realized I should not be on a lifting restriction right now, or he's going to be carrying the baby around like he's carrying a watermelon, or not wiping the baby front to back because, well, what if it was laying on its stomach and you had to wipe it front to back? And the question and the thought was never flip the baby over. And my question was, why the hell is the baby laying on its stomach and you're trying to clean it?
I wish I could have seen her face when. Did he ask that question out loud?
No, he asked me that question, and the expectant mother sitting on the opposite side of him with her husband and their little baby doll that they were doing, she leaned forward as I leaned forward to my husband and tried not to make a scene and be like, the question you should ask is, why is the baby laying on its stomach and you're trying to clean it? Not wiping front to back at that point.
Setting gaze back decades.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I was like, that immediate time, I thought to myself, don't let him change the baby because he's going to give the baby a UTI.
That was hilarious. When you told me that, I'm like, oh.
But he took a lot of notes.
Yes, I bet.
And he's going to be an excellent father with a little bit more teaching.
Absolutely.
A little bit more of my guidance.
Why don't you explain why did Chris take notes? This is perfect into what he does for a living.
Yes, Chris took notes because he's an engineer, and he'll probably need to put that into a spreadsheet of some sort. So that way he can make sure, the lady did say something like, newborns and things like that, there should be X amount of diapers every day and blah, 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 and this and that. And he came home and proudly presented to my mother who lives with us, like, do you know if the baby's dehydrated because if not had this amount of diapers? And I finally was like, do you know that just because she said 12 diapers does not mean if the baby had 11 diapers, the baby is dehydrated. That's just kind of an average, 6 to 12. And so he's a little bit more literal when it comes to those numbers. But thankfully having been a nurse and a bedside nurse and now a nurse practitioner, yeah, you have
a little bit more knowledge. It's definitely going to be a work in progress for both of you, for sure. But we're here for it. So,
oh yeah, I've already told you how that's going to go.
That's why we sent you that app that my cousin, who's also an engineer, God bless Kevin, Liz, and they welcome their new baby as
congrats to Liz and Kevin and their new baby Jack.
Baby Jack.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that app is like, it's all analytical.
Oh yeah, he downloaded that app already.
Okay.
Yeah. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go, Kev. We told him, we tell him, and yep, it's there.
Absolutely. So when you'll see me, I won't have Ozempic face. I'll just have, I don't know, bags. Irritation face. I don't know what it'll be. On the run face because I buried Chris in the backyard. I don't know, something. I'll just swing by here, ring your front door, you open it, and the baby's going to be. There it is.
And you'll be already pulling out the driveway.
Off.
Yeah, at the firehouse dropped. I'll be pulling out of the driveway, headed to O'Hare to fly wherever I'm needing to fly.
See you later, bitches.
See you later. Peace out, bitches. All right, so Amy, what are these takeaway points that we want to tell our listeners about Ozempic Face? It's not it's not an official diagnosis, right?
Nope. We got to keep up on our protein.
Yep.
We have to make sure we have good skincare. And we have to understand that it is all just part of the process.
Right. 100%. Right. Because weight loss, right. We want to it should make us feel, and I'm putting in air quotes, better. Right. But we're always anxious when we look in the mirror. Right. And it's still some of that body dysmorphia that we as people who struggle with obesity, deal with and for the rest of our lives. Right. And, I think it's important to seek out healthcare providers who have questions and not Google them or WebMD or ChatGPT the answers.
No, absolutely. Yep. And accept you for who you are and how much healthier you are. And, it makes you appreciate the journey you've been on. So I always say it's a kudos.
It is a kudos. It is a kudos. Yep. And, my takeaway from all this is not to tell your spouse when they come with fillers, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? Wow.
Yeah.
So rude.
I don't recall. Was I invited to this? I think I was.
Yeah, you were. You were, but you couldn't come. But then that's okay. Because then he would have made fun of you too then.
Probably. With the new big lips or whatever that was going to be happening at that point. Just a little. Just a little.
Said that he would never.
Never. Me? But then after I left, then he'd be like, did you see that bitch's lips? So, but that's what we have now on Ozempic Face. And yeah, when I saw that term, I was just like, really, people?
Yeah, we got to talk about it.
Yeah,
absolutely. So celebrate the little wins. Don't worry that, your face looks a little thinner than normal or you look a little bit older. It's it's okay. It's a positive thing,
Yeah,
right?
it is a positive thing, right? Because we can turn that around.
Absolutely.
But until next time.
Yep. Listen to us on all the Spotify, Apple Podcast,
all of the places where you get your
Instagram, Facebook.
Yep, Facebook,
share
TikTok,
us.
share us.
We can get out there more. YouTube. Come see us as providers. I've had about 5 now patients who have come found me from our podcast.
So now your whole practice is about 5
Thank you
patients.
very much.
Well, 6, right? You had a few.
Yeah, hence why the wait time's till January. But anyway, this was fun talk today.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm Amy.
And I'm Ben.
And we are The Heavy Truth.
The Heavy Truth. Bye.
Bye-bye.